Hello, this is Emma, and today I'm going to be assembling the Enchantress of Malifica. So first, let's make sure that we have all of our parts laid out in front of us, and pay attention particularly to part number 4 here, and part number 3. There are shims that need to be removed. So I just took a little Sharpie and marked all of those areas so that later, if I missed anything, it would be obvious, it would pop out to me. So first, part number 2 and 10. We're gonna start with the hair. This one, make sure that it's lined up really nicely, but if you do have some gapping, hair is nice because you can just add in a little bit of putty and make it look pretty natural. It's not as difficult to fill as a more organic, like bumpy surface. And then we're adding part 11. This one can be a little tricky to fit nicely, so make sure you test fit a lot before you commit with the glue. Also, there is a little shim that you need to clean off the tip, so be careful when removing that because it is a finer area of resin, so it can snap easily if you're not gentle with your knife. It looks like I'm pressing hard here, but I'm actually applying all the pressure to the connection point and just supporting the tip while I do that. Next, we're adding these little horn/hair bits. It's a little difficult to hold in place, so make sure that you find the right angle before you apply glue. Definitely test fit these, and I would recommend test fitting them both at the same time, which is a little difficult, but it is really handy to make sure that it fits nicely because they do join together at the top. Once again, it looks like I'm pressing hard, but I'm just applying pressure to the connection point. So any other fingers that are there are just supporting the parts. Using a paper clip like this to apply glue just to the area that you need glue is really handy as well. So this is what they should look like. Next, we're going to add this little bit to the base. The reason why I'm adding it here is because it's kind of difficult to put it in if you've already put the body on, just because the body gets slightly in the way. And now we add that body on. Make sure that you clean below the body to make it really fit nicely in there. And put a good amount of glue down there. The little tentacles sometimes make it a little difficult to fit nicely, so yeah, really do get in there with your knife and rock it back and forth until it's fitting snug. Now parts 3 and 4. When you're cleaning part 3, make sure that you use a small little pair of clippers. There's a channel right in that space there that you want to cut very carefully so it doesn't snap. Be very precise with your glue placement here. And next we're going to be adding part number 9. This one add on first because it fits nicer to the body than if you put the arm on the body and then put the weapon on, I found in my experience. You could also pin this if you want it to be extra secure. I just let it dry for quite a bit before I attach it to the body, and I also scored the connection points with my knife so that it would have a stronger hold. Then after you let this dry, we're going to attach it onto the body. So make sure that the hand is fitting nicely into the left arm And then for that right arm, it has a nice fit into the elbow. There's a tentacle that wraps around that area, so it's easy to line up where the tentacle has been cut. I just did a hand gesture, but no one can see that. The joys of voiceover. You'll notice that I'm not gluing the top of the weapon, the tentacly fiery bit, whatever you want to paint it as, to the top of her horn yet. This is just because if you are attaching too many areas at once, that can lead to things not actually gluing together. So that being said, let this dry now for a bit before you do anything else with it. And in the meantime, I'm attaching part number 5 to the base. This fits pretty intuitively into its slots. Not many pointers to offer here. And then lastly, we're just going to adjust this top and glue it to the slot there for that added support. If you want to make sure it's extra secure, you can also score these connection points. And her horn should be dry by now, but just make sure to support it with your other finger while you're applying pressure. And that's a wrap. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to support@creaturecaster.com, our Instagram, Facebook, etc. We're always happy to answer any questions or have a little chat with you. Thank you. Have a fantastic day, evening, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are.